Hi there, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you a couple of ways to create custom shapes for callout titles. If you haven't seen the video about creating text callouts, you can click the link up here. Here in the timeline, I have already made some shapes. We will go through each of them and explain how they are created. The foundation of these boxes is the essential shape template. You can find more information about this effect in the video up here. In case you didn't see the previous video, here are the steps to create a basic callout title. Add an essential shape clip to the timeline. When it's set in solo mode, we can choose one shape out of these 4 types. Disable the background, change the border thickness and color. Check the Animate Border option if you want to animate the box. Enable the Fusion overlay in the viewer. Change the shape size if needed. Add an arrow line above. Change the thickness to match the box. Turn off the symbol at the end of line. Change the line position and connect to the box. Move the shape clip forward to sync the animation, so that it looks like the arrow line merges with the rectangle. Change the shape animation start position if needed. Add an essential title to the track above. Change the title size, font, color and other styles as you like. If you want, you can enable one or more intro animations for the text title. Shift the title clip so that it displays after the box is done. Okay, that's all we need to create a basic callout title. Now let's look at the first shape in the timeline. This one is very simple. It's basically a rectangle box with the middle part cut out. Let's disable the existing one and add a new shape clip above it to recreate this shape. By default, the shape is set to rectangle, and the mode is solo, which is what we need in this case. As we showed earlier, disable the background. Change the border and color. Enable the animation. Change the size in the viewer. Apply the essential mask effect to the shape. Go to the Effects tab in the inspector. Check the Invert option. Change the mask in the viewer, so the middle of the box is masked out. Go back to the Video tab, and adjust the animation start position. That's it, we're done with the first callout shape. We can play with the shape to mask settings to create some variations. For example, increase the corner radius. Rotate the mask. Or resize and move the mask to show one side only. This second one here is made of 2 shape clips. Similarly, let's disable the existing ones and add a new shape clip above. Go to the inspector, turn off the background, and change the border line as we did earlier. Set the corner radius to 1. Resize the box in the viewer. Alt-drag and duplicate the shape at the top. Resize the second one, so it looks like one box with a doubled outline. Select the first clip at the bottom. Apply the mask effect. Switch to the Effects tab, and invert the mask. Go to the viewer, mask out the middle part of the box. Okay, as we did earlier, we can also change the mask to keep only the left side. The third one here is also a simple one using rectangle boxes. The one at the top is also duplicated from the first shape. This time, we enable the background and apply the mask effect. Change the mask to show the top half, or to show the left half of the panel. These shapes use only rectangles, but we can take the same approach to create boxes with ellipses and circles. For example, this one combined 3 circles. The first one is masked to show only the left side. The middle one is a full circle. And the last one is a color-filled solid circle, which is masked to show the left half only. If we change the circles to ellipses, we can get something like this. To create this parallelogram box, we will need to use group mode for the shape. Disable the clips. Add a new shape clip. Turn off the background and change the border and color. Enable the animation. Click this button to switch to the group mode. In the viewer, resize the rectangle. If you find the ellipse or star is getting in the way, you can move them away from the center and set the operation to subtract. Switch to polygon. Change the operation to intersection. Adjust the size and angle of the polygon until we have the box we want. This looks good. Duplicate the shape. Enable the background. Disable the border animation. Select polygon shape. Resize the polygon so that we have a small solid piece. We will use this as the decoration on the left. Since this is a combined result, we cannot use the center control to move. Instead, we need to use the display offset parameter. To have a smooth animation for the callout shape, we can add a fade-in effect to the decoration piece. Now we have created a complex shape using the group mode of the effect. The next callout shape is also done similarly with the intersection of a rectangle and a 6-sided polygon. Without rotating the polygon, we play with the size of the polygon to achieve the result. To create this decoration on the left, disable the existing one. Duplicate the first clip. Instead of turning on the background, we change the border thickness. Offset the display to the left. Switch to rectangle. Increase the height. Apply a mask effect. Switch to the Effects tab to enable the mask controls in the viewer. Change the mask to show only the left side and match the height of the box. In this example, we used a different way to make a decoration block. The last example also used the group mode. Like the previous one, the main shape was made of the intersection of a rectangle and a hexagon. Disable the existing clip. Duplicate the clip. Resize the rectangle and polygon so that we have another outline outside. Add the mask effect. Switch to the Effects tab. In the viewer, change the mask to show the left part of the outside box. If you want, you can increase the thickness of the outline or change the color. Alright, we've demonstrated some techniques to create unique shapes with the help of essential shapes and mask effects. You can play with these effects and templates to create some very customized results of your own. One last thing I want to show you is how to create straight callout lines with the essential arrow line effect. When the essential arrow line is added to the timeline, you get a default line. But you can always select all the points and delete them to create your own line from scratch. In this mode, a new point is added to the path when you click the viewer. Holding the Shift key when you click will draw a straight vertical or horizontal line even the place you click is a bit off the level from the previous point. If the clicking point is very far from horizontal level or vertical level, it will create a diagonal line at perfect 45 degrees. Using this approach, we can create a callout line that follows along the shape. Something like this could also be an interesting callout style. Alright, that's all for today. If you want to know more about the effects used in this tutorial, you can find the links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.